the chief author of the GMO disclosure bill in the Minnesota House of Representatives right now. I think if we can defeat 2 lousy constitutional amendments, we can probably pass this bill sometime too. Right?
Oh, the average person cannot only make a difference in a movement like this that has to do with the consumer's right to know whether or not there's GMO modified foods. They're the ones that will make the difference. Without a strong consumer-based movement to really help educate legislators and other policymakers about what genetically engineered foods are about and why labeling, just again giving the basic right to know, a moderate position of the right to know, without that coming from the grassroots, it probably won't change. You know, I can tell you that in the Minnesota legislature, it's really important sometimes when you get like 3 or 4 people making a phone call about a particular issue, because I always tell my constituents and others, if you're calling me and you're one of about 4 or 5 people calling me, that means there are 400 or 500 people who probably share your viewpoint, because it's true that most of our citizens, most of the people who we represent, don't ever really bother to call us or use the system. So I always know that if I get 5 calls, my goodness, there must be a lot more people out there who really are concerned about this, and I pay attention to that issue. And I'm talking about individual calls, people personally putting their name on either on a piece of paper or calling or somehow indicating that they have a specific concern and they have a story to tell. Well, I encourage everyone to get involved in this movement. It is a campaign, it is a movement. There's just a time sometimes when you know that the timing is there, and people more and more in our country and in our state want to know. They just want to know what's going on, and the right to know is so basic. I believe the momentum is gathering, and it's not a partisan issue. People on both sides of the aisle and on many sides of the aisles I think can agree that consumers' right to know something so basic as what's in their food, whether or not there's genetically modified materials, genetically engineered foods that are being sold to them, is just, again, a real basic right, a consumer's right. And so I think it's a great time to get involved. We're going to win this one.